I'd say if you can get into her head, can be difficult. Same with Suiruuydan. I think this will be an interesting game. I might see it actually just flip over from the very first game. If someone can take a really commanding lead, it might just put the other person on tilt for the rest of the game, the rest of the set. But going into the first game, we'll see how they play. Big bang attack coming out from the very start.
No, you have to think how much of an impact first match will have on them, because this played against KidGoku, but at the same time, Hit and No.28 are so different characters compared to Nappa and SsjGoku that it might be a little bit off-putting to play neutral properly. And Julia Han actually making a very nice 2H decision there, which can kill him.
Yep.
And it will.
Really good use of the absorb there to catch the consecutive energy blast, and then managed to get the kill. And she's looking very healthy after it too.
And gets the conversion. Nice conversion there from that stray hit. The assist actually hits a little bit awkwardly, but due to the auto combo from KidGoku, it makes it a little bit more stable to convert from there whenever you get a weird hit from that positioning.
And although Suiruuydan has sparking, I don't think these are the characters he necessarily wanted on. And we're going to see a lot of damage. I actually think he's dead.
I think he's still alive, yeah. He has a little bit too much health, so level 1, level 3 wouldn't have killed. Usually you want them to be a little bit further from the spark point in order to make sure that it kills definitely.
Suiruuydan getting caught on a counter, loses his Goku. It's like Julia's looking really healthy. All characters pretty much full health. 7 bar actually hasn't been using much to kill. And Suiruuydan just has 1 bar and sparking left. It's going to be a difficult ask at this point, I think. It's going to come out. Nothing. Doesn't use the bar. Yeah, ill decision there. Could have taken level 3. But Suiruuydan now sparks up. Tien's left. Big 2H coming out from Julia.
She gets the corner again with a lot of meter. Blocks the Abara situation in that regard, so still going on. But now eats the hit, the overhead. Julia Han, will she use the sparking, or is she even able to use the sparking in that regard?
Damn! He shotgunned that little kid. he wanted to get rid of that little Goku ASAP, and I think that might just be a little mental thing. No one likes seeing 3 characters on the screen at the end, but also gets rid of the assist, makes it more difficult for Julia to get in. As I say that, gets in with the command grab, and this is going to be death.
For sure.
Oh, the drop on the combo actually, but doesn't matter. Super Dash catches, and Julia, despite losing 1 character, having a very commanding first game. And we're seeing, I think, although we didn't see much hit, still seeing a lot of adaptations against Suiruuydan. I'm liking the use of what's it called, the dive from No.28 to get in and around some of his assists, using it really well. I like the fact that she's keeping it. I think she's intelligently swapping out characters. KidGoku might be a bit difficult to manage for Suiruuydan right now. But we'll see if he can make any adaptations in this game. I think both 21 and Hit can get fuzzied by Suiruuydan's Bluegeta. I'm not too sure about that one, don't fact check me. But Suiruuydan, Rekka from the round start, he's going to be trying to get in here. Reflect actually baited out. Will he get the conversion? Yes, he will.
Nice Reflect bait there, now with the full corner carry into the mix-up. Gets the actually safe jump, so instead of going for a mix-up, he was trying to make sure that that the OK situation would be guaranteed instead of being lethal but abusable.
And spark coming out from Suiruuydan there. It's going to vanish out of the corner, which means he loses that pressure. And we're seeing that dive kick assist goal being implemented by Julia. Big super dash actually. I don't think it's dead. No.
But nice patience there from Julia. While Suiruuydan was in sparking, she didn't try to force him into a defensive situation. She just jumped out. She just walked out, backdashed a lot, and especially super jumped a lot in order to to make any situation much less threatening. Because even if you had to block anything like very high up in the air, that wasn't really a very dangerous situation for her, and that made the spark a little bit of a waste for Suiruuydan, unfortunately.
But the important thing is he's still alive. He still has his characters. Big swap into KidGoku here.
Nice vanish there in order to get out of the corner. Now still a lot of pressure going on.
Ooh, that's wild. But
Yo, if he did that on purpose, Suiruuydan's the best player in the world. I don't care.
There's no way. There's no way. But I think we're seeing, you know, actually, I'll talk about this after the hit pressure in the corner, low connects. And one thing that you learn from playing OB, from playing Julia, is just stand up. Don't bother trying to crouch against this guy. Ooh, hands in pockets, nothing comes out of it.
That's what you said, but in the end it was a low that actually killed.
Yeah, but you can react to it, right? Like, ooh, that was actually a sick conversion, I can't lie. That was pretty cool.
And that's a dead blue Vegeta. So changing into KidGoku, wants to make sure that KidGoku is on point. Doesn't care too much for the order of the backseat characters.
Yeah, I think right now she just wants to like keep Suiruuydan in a position where it's hard for him to get any way in. And I think KidGoku is the best at that on her team.
That's probably true, yeah.
Power ball connects, and it's gonna be a sliding down. No level 3 suit. Oh, jump back JL connects, poking fingers in his eyes.
Yeah, but unlike before, he doesn't have sparking, so using level 3 multiple times will have a lot more.
That was a brave challenge on the 2. Not even brave. That was just a smart challenge on the 2M. He's gonna shotgun this hit for sure. Boom. Nope. Okay, I'm wrong. I'm a liar.
That's exactly what I talked about. Because he isn't sparking anymore, the additional level 3 took way more health. So that's why he just said, well, no, I'm just gonna take that one level 3 and get the OP, and I'm fine with that.
So I think Suiruuydan actually armored through the Kamehameha there with the dive kick from Tien. No, it's not dive kick, but that's what we're gonna call it. Ooh, Dragon Rush connects, and that's actually dead. But I think I was gonna talk about it a second ago, but there was a lot of action going on in the stream. Right now, I think there's two things that Suiruuydan Spirit Bomb. Sorry, look at his face. Look at his face after he throws, like, while he's trying to throw a bomb at you. This kid doesn't care. Opens his mouth wide and, wide and a blast for everyone to see. But anyway, I think Suiruuydan right now needs to focus on two things. The first is these vanishes, right? Julia is getting away with a lot of vanishes out of pressure situations. I think he needs to just chill and try and scout them. And also, he needs to be very careful with these super dashes, because I think we haven't seen hit on point. And another thing that you learn from playing OB and playing Julia is you do not super dash a hit. It is a bad idea. And he's sort of, I think because he hasn't played against, not played against it, or hasn't, fought hit at the moment. It's sort of been the Android 21 and Goku show. He hasn't been conditioned to feel that yet. But later on in the set, it might have a bit more of an impact. Anyway, we get into game 3 now. So I'm looking to grab a couple games. And I guess the first hit actually will manage to get the conversion. Will snap. Nope, keeps it in the corner. Goes for precision. Fakes out the reflect and 2H. He didn't believe in his course there. He definitely could have killed if he just had a bit more faith. The command grab doesn't connect. Now, Andrew 21, although low, has been swapped out.
Now a lot of pressure against Julia.
And then Suiruuydan, again, not reacting to that vanish. He had plenty.
So now Suiruuydan with the tag out, with Super Saiyan Goku on point. That's actually something that's quite unusual to see in most matches. Usually you want to keep Super Saiyan Goku.
Whoa, two combo is cursed, man! Oh my god! It turned out to corner. And then it's gonna be, I think he's gonna get a safe jump from this. Oh, Dragon Rush doesn't connect.
Uses the special in order to get out of the corner.
Oh, that was so cursed. Oh my god, that was awful, sorry. But now Suiruuydan actually looks like he's in a good position. Catches with the 2M after the clash. That's going to be a dead KidGoku. And for the first time, we're seeing Suiruuydan in a position of advantage against Julia. We'll see how he looks to take the driver's seat after this.
And now a lot of neutral play with the Big Bang attack. trying to force Julia in order to play around that Big Bang attack because it covers a lot of space in that diagonal line. So it's a little bit more difficult for Android 21 to move around that. But he has to be careful to not overstay his welcome because as soon as Julia gets adjusted to it, it's very easy to punish it, especially with when there's no more assist going around.
And Suiruuydan popping spark in there. I don't know if that was the best of ideas, but Julia's gonna get in and you can see what she wants to do. Level 3, no, takes the reset high.
Yeah, the level 3 really wouldn't have changed anything from a situational standpoint. She still would have needed like 2 hits in order to kill, and the situation would have been the same. So I think she said, well, okay, I'm gonna keep the meter for later and still keep my meter build. I don't want to have the meter build punish in that regard. Now gets 2H'd actually, a lot of damage, but not gonna be enough by any means.
He's going to take this situation gladly, lots of time, or trying to waste time on sparking there. Stands up, stands to attention, and gets his creps on.
This could actually be it for... Yeah, this is definitely going to be a kill.
Level 1.
Nice there from Julia Han, showing that she doesn't give up. And now with the reverse OCV in place, maybe Suiruuydan has to be a little bit more careful. He was a little bit crazy with the Big Bang attacks, and I think that bite him. But now, this is gonna be kill. Yeah, this is gonna be it for sure.
Super Dash connecting, and Suiruuydan, I think, getting back into the game, and I'm not sure if I actually noticed any changes, right? Anyone can like come in and say, yeah, there was something different. But Suiruuydan was still playing his game. I think he just, had that sort of luck on his side, managed to get the first kill. I think when he gets the first kill, it does look a lot better for him, the situation. His team is a very, it works very well together. When they're being split apart, it's not so great. Obviously, while we're doing this, while the game's going on, remember guys, you can hit up the Matcherino to drop some money for the people who are playing. C4 dropped it. I think it's CBK28. I'm going to do it in a second. But yeah, you can use that code to drop in some free money. And also, drop in some monies if you feel like it too. Remember, you can sub to Situational Damage or C4, whatever you want to call them, too. And that will do a great help to keep our CBKs going. But we get into the next game. Julia getting big skill attacked from across the stage. And, she's happy to sit there and reflect. She's playing tennis with this right now. But I'm not sure if this is great. She's actually bar positive, right? She's building more meters, so if he keeps doing that, she's in a positive situation, I guess. But, she says, has enough of it. Super dashes in. Suiruuydan, I guess that's what he wanted. Manages to get the Dragon Rush in, brings it in.
One more Dragon Rush and then Android 21 will have a lot of issue. Now Julia sparked in that regard in order to get out of the corner and to minimize the risk of getting Dragon Rush. And now Android 21 has recovered all of the blue life, so the risk was well worth taking the spark. Almost
actually,
by the command grab.
They both trade their sparks there, so now it's a game where all the damage is going to stick now. Can't really get any blue life back unless you switch out, which is dangerous. Oh, we see the guard cancel not properly punished there from Suiruuydan. I think it was a bit difficult for him. But back to big skill attack and good counter there. You really want to get above Bluegeta when he starts doing that. But the ground grab doesn't connect again, but just using it to threaten, forcing Julia to keep herself moving. Will connect with this KidGoku.
I think with the Dragon Rush. Now you could see before that GT-Goku has a little bit of an issue going up against characters that can jump higher than him, or not necessarily higher, but that have that cover a more horizontal angle while in the air, because most of his beams or his beam only goes diagonal, which actually isn't that bad for neutral, but it makes you a little bit more predictable in how you're gonna act and try to engage in neutral. And Suiruuydan actually made perfect use of that piece of information by using the Big Bang attack to bait a Kamehameha while going down, and then just super dashing above the Kamehameha.
Yeah, I think one of the big things against characters with diagonal air attack don't want to stay on the ground. It just makes it really difficult to get any closer. I won't lie to you, I kind of looked away from the screen, and Suiruuydan has a cat basically dead, so I'm not exactly sure what happened. But Tien is bleeding, and this is why I mean you don't super dash a hit. You don't raw tag into hit because he's just going to counter. Are we going to see a swap? Yep, nice, actually, nice meter setup. No.
Doesn't get the 2H, unfortunately. Won't be able to kill Tien. It would have been a really important. Could have 2H there as well. A lot of dropped punish possibilities there, but the 2L does the job.
Yep, overhead connects, and that's all she needed. Didn't need any more damage, so it's perfect call. Using the advancing normals there to get Bluegeta towards the corner, takes the reset. Oh, nice check on the Dragon Rush there. I'm not sure if that was a check on the Dragon Rush. I'm not blocking him, I refuse. And Suiruuydan will, I think he will level 3 here. Yep, level 3 drop. He's just trying to get a kill here.
Has more than enough meter. I mean, as long as you have 1 or 2 bar after the level 3, it's fine. You can use the bar, and with 6 bar, it's like whatever. Like just get the damage, and that's fine.
Yep, and the cannon comes out from Julie's hit to claim what I think is game number 3. I want to say game number 3 for her. So 3-1, and Suiruuydan kind of getting washed here. I think he might need to take a couple seconds, just think about what he needs to do. We'll see if he does. But nothing as of yet. And it's been very difficult, I think, against both Tamura and Julia. It's been very difficult for him to be able to get in and sort of oppress his will. But once he's done that, he looks really likely to win the game. But in terms of what Julia's doing, I think she's doing a fantastic job of, you know, sticking on him when she needs to, and once she gets that advantage, she's just hanging back and saying, okay.
Yeah, she's actually playing a very clean game right now, especially with her 21. She's doing a really good job of like dictating the neutral and taking over the momentum, but now actually dropping the pressure in the corner, which allows Suiruuydan to reverse the whole momentum. Gets the command grab. And now with a lot of damage going on there, we'll get the knockdown as well. And the level 3.
I actually think this is a great level 3. Oh, the command grab connects! He's gonna get combo over it? Yep, that's a dead Android 21. I think that level 3 was very smart, actually. It makes the sparking, if Julia wants to use it, less, you know, rewarding for her. She gets less blue life back after the patches. So I think very good decision making for Suiruuydan here. And we're seeing again, once he gets that first hit in, once he gets himself ahead, he can look really good. But Julia connects with the Kamehameha. We'll take him all the way to corner. I think she's gonna get, yep, solid knockdown there. Oh, hit. Kicks him in the gut. The gut check. Some nice combos.
So probably one more hit going, it's going to take one more hit in order to kill, but now with this marking, Suiruuydan kind of made it a sure bet that Super Saiyan Goku will stay alive for at least another 10 seconds. And what the 2H to through that big bang attack, holy crap.
Well, very good from Suiruuydan here. Finally scouting out some of these risky calls from Julia. And a lot of damage going on to KidGoku. Again, the command grab.
Yo,
even though he's small.
That command grab is doing work like nothing else.
Yeah, he's going
but it's also understandable because the reflexes, of course, always when someone does a jump into you, you block high. But blocking high against that command grab is the wrong thing to do. So
it's so off-putting because you see Bluegeta in the sky and it's like, okay, I'm going to stand up. And then he just grabs you by the scruff of your neck and throws you down on the ground. But
nice adaptation there. Very nice.
Very good duck from Julia there. I want to see a cannon, but maybe that's not effective use of bar.
I don't know. How's the Oki situation for hits level 3?
I think it's decent in the corner, but mid screen it's pretty much the same. I think you get a safe jump.
Okay, I see.
I have no idea. I play against hit for God. I literally play against it all the time, and I still don't know what hit does. Yeah, nothing special. He just gets nothing.
Okay, then I can understand not going for the level 3.
Oh. Julia.
Nice!
Oh! Yo, the Street Fighter 5 shimmy in DragonBall, please.
I love it.
That was wild. I can props to that. But now she's actually back in the game. Like she can't win this.
You know, she was like, this is the stance, the backdash stance. So
Like she actually should have been pretty well, and like knew that he was gonna throw out a button, backdash, and then came back in, was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna grab this kill, and effective use of her sparking time, managing to take it down to just Tien. I think she'll feel pretty good about that.
yeah, but now it's a little bit of an even situation. While Julia Han has sparking, and sparking is still going to run out in a couple of seconds. Suiruuydan has a lot of meter, much more meter than Julia Han has. So it's a little bit of a very difficult game, because both characters are able to play a very strong neutral game, but the 7 bar, they make a big difference.
I think Suiruuydan is, I think he's sort of baiting here. He wants to get like one hit, because regardless of what that hit is, boy, from across the screen you wilded. He's gonna pull out all the stops. You can't do this, Tien.
That's not gonna kill though.
No, it won't. Yeah, just does level 3. We'll take it. All 2M connects. I think right now he just needs to sit back. Remember, you don't need to force the issue right now. Yeah, just keep blocking. You come into me, and I'm gonna punish. Doesn't need to do anything risky.
Still 96 seconds left. It's a lot of time left for Suiruuydan to get a bad hit in. But now the magic pixel.
And then Suiruuydan actually has 3 bar now.
Nice block.
There he goes. Oh, she's a dive kick. Okay, this is.
It's not gonna kill though. One more mix up.
No, overhead. Okay, what we're gonna see. I think Suiruuydan's ready to level 3. He's gonna. Oh,
nice! Come on,
bro. Okay, that was.
Bro, my chest. I was holding my breath for literally 20 seconds. I was like, is he gonna chunk this up from having 3 characters to get?
I think that is just a show to what's going on.
Yeah, no, shout out to Julia. She held that down. I don't know how she made a 1v3 look so intense. Like, I don't know how she did it.
No, very well played, very well played. And I think Suiruuydan needs to be very careful. I think he's getting. I think in that game he made a few adaptations against some of the unsafe things that Julia was doing, but I think she's still getting away with like a bunch of free super dashes in neutral, right? Like especially as when it was the last 2 characters for both of them. She was just super dashing. Like I think maybe the fear of like not getting the hit in time. Suiruuydan was just like, I'll block it. But it's understandable. Julia is on set point, so he doesn't want to give anything away. It's 3-2 right now. Suiruuydan taking a second, I think. Just it's always important, right? I'd say like my biggest advice to anyone who ever goes to tournament, like if you need to take that time after you lose or after you win, doesn't matter what, just take a couple seconds to think about what happened in that game. And I think Suiruuydan is doing just that. Taking a couple seconds to think about what he did right in that game so he can go and adapt. And Julia, okay, so I'm not sure if anyone else here has played Julia, right? But in a long set, if she ever goes out of the lobby, you think what character is she going to change to now? I don't think we're going to see it change the set because GT-Goku is working very well for her. But she definitely has a couple other characters in the bag that she can pull out at any time. Be interesting if she refers to any of them. But we get into the next game. Now Suiruuydan, he's taking on, won't get anything off the assist, but connects with the low. He's going to look to Dragon Rush. Nope, takes the combo.
And now with the knockdown, now one mix-up situation with the reflect, being able to get off of the corner, but the 2H baiting the super dash, still not gonna kill there, so it's still gonna nice jump out there. Now with the sparking, one more on the level 3, it's not gonna kill though, still alive, and the level 3 does 100% regenerable damage, so it's not that bad for Julia Han. Still alive at this point as well.
Doesn't manage to get the kill, but as I say that, gets the kill. And now Suiruuydan in a commanding position again, traded. And this is a repeat of the situation we've seen before. Sparking traded, Suiruuydan getting the first kill is almost a great omen for him. Oh, doesn't manage to get the super dash with the 2H. But super dash is by himself, just as effective. We'll swap in here. We're gonna see a fuzzy, no, Dragon Rush.
Yeah, good vanish there, trying to regain the corner. But Suiruuydan actually with a very nice movement there, regaining the corner as well. So it's a little bit of a back and forth here.
That was level 3 for sure. That Dragon Rush had to be level 3, but managed to get some damage, gets to level 3, level Oki.
Oh,
damn! She said, I don't respect your Oki, damn! That's tilting. That tilts your head. Oh, nice 2H. And that's dead.
Yeah, that's definitely dead. Yeah.
That's hella dead. Gonna see. Just gonna use level 1.
Kamehameha.
No, it misses.
I
Too far
guess
away with the Goku.
it's a little bit of a bad mid-screen situation for GT Goku because GT Goku falls back a lot with the Rasengan. So I think the Kamehameha just doesn't work at that range. So you have to actually use jump 2H in order to knock down, or use Dragon Rush to knock down. And even then, I think the hit DHC was a little bit too soon. So it was a little bit of a weird situation there.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, so basically, Sifu was talking about how similar with Bardock, if you do the spinning mixer, you can't actually do level 3 mid-screen. So then the same thing goes for GT Goku. If he does the same, he won't be able to connect with the level 1. I think it's too far away. Not sure if you can just call the DHC quicker so the other one connects, but you know.
Yeah, what he can do actually is he does the knockdown move, the Rasengan, and then special cancels that into the DHC. That's definitely something that he can do, but I don't think that would have killed there. So it's a little bit.
She could have dropped level 3 for sure. Drop level 3 would have killed, but I wanted to be efficient with the bar. Damn. Okay, there's two things, right? Either that 2H was disrespect, or that 2H was scouted. And I am 90% sure it was one of them. Like, he disrespected the hell out of any possibility of GT Goku. And I think he did that because he just had the health, right? Like, he had the health to take a hit. He was like, okay, I'm throwing 2H out. Whatever you do, doesn't matter. But Suiruuydan taking back to 3-3 and tense games.
Definitely, for sure. And a lot of adaptation now from Suiruuydan. Like Julia Han looked mad dominating on in the beginning, but it's becoming a little bit difficult for her to make her game plan work, especially considering the fact that her Android 21, compared to the beginning, now dies off a lot sooner, which of course is a big impact to the whole team composition.
Yeah, it's Suiruuydan. Now this is getting real early. Yeah, got that corner pressure.
Yeah,
Dash, jab, very good.
Does she vanish in order to get the super dash? Oh no, she just does the teleport. And now the knockdown. Oh, actually, he goes for a snapback. And nice block there. Doesn't get the conversion, unfortunately, from the stray hit.
Good blocks from Suiruuydan. He's managing to slowly get out of the corner. We'll have to block out for a little bit more.
A lot of stacker pressure there. Oh, and gets the hit with the command grab.
I never knew that worked. But Sparking comes out from Suiruuydan there to save his Goku. Big 2H. And there's no reason not to 2H there. You take the hit, you won't die from it. Just get blown back. So, decent knowledge from Julia. Will manage to take him back to the corner. Doesn't get the setup she wants, but keeps him in the corner. You're going to see any mix come out. No, she takes back to neutral. And I think that might actually be dead. No, level 1, level 3. Niagara Pummel. 1-1. No, it's not dead.
Yeah.
Just alive, I think.
No, with double
level 1 from Tien. Gang calls out the gang. And that's a character down for Julia, but she still has Sparking in 5 bars, so this is very doable. The Suiruuydan has that, you know, he has all the Infinity Stones right now. Like, and when he has all of these teams together, that's what it feels like. He's after the character's dead. But we're gonna see one of the stones get taken out right now. Suiruuydan's.
And this time it's gonna hit finally with the DHC as well.
Yep, and now back to an even game. Maybe even in Julia's, he has full health above these characters. Sparking. She's gonna look to take aggression towards him. Oh, now it's
back dashes. Now with the counter, doesn't get punished for the reflected normal. Well, you can't really punish it, but doesn't regain the offensive situation. Now with the command grab,
no conversion.
Doesn't get the conversion, unfortunately, for Julia Han.
Damn!
Baited, baited the mash. Julia Han was smart enough to not mash something in that situation. No reason to enter that risk, and now she regains the corner.
And that's when you know it's kind of dire. When you do, yeah, no, look, I don't know what you expected. Road tag is super dashing into hit, get the counter, bringing this man back in. What's it gonna be?
Nice match there. Anticipated the overhead, so he Suiruuydan actually just said, well, okay, it's less risk to mash there than to take it and to regain or to get reset on the pressure, and it paid off. It doesn't reflect there, unfortunately.
Julia taking her turn back in the corner. Doesn't manage to get damage. Good vanish. Yeah, Goku losing a lot of health. Nice 2H. That was wild. He's going to take level 3. But, that was a bad vanish. And it's unfortunate because he did the flash fist as he was on the ground and then vanished to way above the sky. It's so unfortunate. I think it would have been plus actually. Okay.
And now hit and GT Goku against the Tien gang. But Tien gang now going to kill off the hit monster.
Tien gang murder. No, the combo drops and that's gonna be big. Oh no, I'm just stupid. Don't worry about me. I say dumb stuff. But GT Goku versus Tien.
I just want to let you know, man. There is only one more Dragon Ball left, and just have a lot of bar.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care about the Dragon Ball. Full spark. Oh, he was going for the spark bait. Oh, big jump! It comes out! Will the shotgun kill?
No, it's not gonna kill.
No, not gonna kill.
For sure, not gonna kill.
Low. Alright, now this is time. If he gets a combo here, he kills. Nice guard cancel. Two comes out! And Suiruuydan will be able to kill. Yes! Suiruuydan actually reverses the game!
Yo!
To take it 4-3 to Suiruuydan, and I honestly thought it was DOA. As soon as I saw 3-1, I was like, yo, Dunzo, gonna get swept by 2 people today, but he says no. Manages to bring it back from 3-1 down to win 4-3, and just some great decision making in the last. It looked like he adapted to some of the crap that Julia was throwing at him, right? And Julia just didn't have enough time to readapt. And for Julia, it looked like she was in a really great commanding position early, and then I don't know, just slowly lost grasp, lost control of all of those games. And for her, I think that's gonna be a big mental block for the next game that she has to play.
Yeah.